Hello, this is Grandma Jan from Red Toad Art Studios. It's a really rainy day outside today, so I am going to stay in and make videos. I have decided to go back to my smaller journal that I was going to do collages in. And I got off on a tangent of making bigger collages and never came back to this book. I think I did one in here. I'll show it to you in a minute. And I want to add a couple to this today. It's a whole different thing to make small collages versus big collages. Yes, we do in a way the same method. We use the same glue, maybe the same papers, just bigger images. But it's different working small versus working big. So I'm going to do some smaller collages today. When I made this book, it was a journal, and I covered the covers. I did this a couple years ago, probably more than a couple years ago, before I started collaging, and I meant this to be an art journal. And I started it out that way. I made just pretty pages. I like this. In all things of nature, there is something of the marvelous. I agree with that. And this was probably the closest thing I did to collaging at the time. Mice. I think mice are rather nice. Their tails are long, their faces small. They haven't any chins at all. Their ears are pink, their teeth are white. They run about the house at night. Boy, isn't that true. They nibble things they shouldn't touch, and no one seems to like them much, but I think mice are nice. I think that's cute, and I had to build a page around that, and I think that would be considered a collage. So I did more collages than I thought I did before I started collaging. And then I skipped a few pages, and this is since I started collaging, I tried to make this kind of jungle-themed collage. And I've done several things. This is one I did before. If I were a sunflower, to always follow the sun, turn my back to darkness, stand proud, tall and straight, even with my head full of seeds. I thought that was a cute one. That was probably considered a collage. And here is just something pretty I made. More the art journaling or scrapbook style. And that's all that was done in this. Oh, I forgot I had this pretty little guy in there. Oh, I'll have to make something out of him one of these days. I like him. You know, grandmas have bad memories, and we often surprise ourselves with what we've tucked away. So I'm going to do a couple in this book. I better set you aside so I don't get glue on you. Now, I should probably go towards the back. That's what I have seen others tell us to do, that when we do a book, we should kind of go from front to back, do some in the front, then some in back, and alternate between the two so we fill it up evenly. So this looks like a good place to start, and I think I will fasten my pages open. There we go. And I pulled a couple of books out to take some images from. This is a book full of devotions, and it has beautiful pictures in it. Now, I'm not going to link to this. This was a gift to me, so I don't really know where the person got it, but it sure has beautiful pictures, and it's about the same size as my book. And as I was going through the other day, I found this beautiful mountain picture, and that's what I want to use as a backdrop. It'll fit just in there perfectly. It is a little bigger as far as page width, but I think I'm going to cut that out after I paste it and have it well attached in the book. So, I need to get a glue paper here. and get glue on the back of these pages. I'm thinking I should do this a step at a time. I'll glue the centers and then glue out to the edge of my papers. I don't know if that's the wisest way or not, but you'll find out with me if that works. I haven't tried to do this in this book. It was obviously that I haven't. Let's close it so that it gets the center down in where we want it to go, nice and firm, like that. Now these papers are a little shorter than my book page here, but it's all right. That's not a collar that clashes in any way. Now, I'm just going to hold that tight for a few seconds and let that dry a bit. Now, I'm going to prop this side up here and glue the rest of this side down by just adding glue. And here we go. Get my brayer. I use that regardless of the size. Maybe not for the minis, I don't know, but I will use it for these. We'll have to do a video making mini collages one of these days. And by mini, I mean M-I-N-I, not a lot of them, but little ones, little ones. There we go. It still closes good. Now we need to do this side the same way. I find that I'm not much of a writer, and I have been given beautiful journaling books. And this is a good way to use them, I have found, because they're too pretty to throw away. But I find I don't journal my days like maybe I should. Get it brayered. Close the book. And here we are. And I think it's time to trim my pages. one done. And let's get this one. There we go. Now I'll refasten them open so they're flat while we work. I think that is such a beautiful scene. Then I went through and picked a couple images. Now, when I first decided to make a collage in this book, I wasn't intending to film it. So I just went ahead and was looking for things and cut some things out. But it's from the same book. I found this beautiful, I'm not sure what it is. It has horns. It's probably a mountain goat, but if I'm wrong, I ask the goats to forgive me. Now, and I just cut him out, and I think this should be sloped on down to blend into the scene here. Does that work? Okay, and I also want to ink the edges around him to blend in this little bit of white you see where I cut it. I think that is the best place for him. I could put him in the center, and I could put him over here, but he has no space in front of his eyes there. He's walking out of the picture. He just looks awkward there, but he's perfect here. There he is. He's all ready to go. And then I found one more thing to put in the picture, and it was a beautiful eagle. I did not cut out all the way. I did not do the fussy cutting, which means I still have that to do. So I'm going to do that next, and then we'll glue both of these down. Now, if you've looked into collages on the internet, you'll find that most people who collage do this surreal collaging. And that's where they put some weird things together and make weird looking pictures out of them. And it's all right. I have tried that. And you've probably seen a couple of mine that I've tried. And it's kind of fun to see what you can create. But it doesn't scratch my creative itch to make things that are quite so silly. I find I tend towards the more realistic and beautiful. So if I can take images from a different pages, different books, different media, put them together to make a beautiful picture, that's what makes me fulfilled and happy. So we're all different. We can follow different styles and types. They're all okay, but a certain type will appeal to you. You may like to do the surreal, and you'll probably find plenty of people to follow that are doing that, but I like to do more realistic. So let's get this guy cut out. As you can tell, he had a lot of little feathers, and I'm going to try to cut them in between those feathers. I might not succeed. I might have to cut those edge feathers off. Let's see. There one side, and if I go over that with my ink, that'll blend those all in, and I think I can leave them. Yes. Let me see now if I can get this side. There we go. Now, let's ink him. Out on those feathers, and they'll all turn brown and blend together. So any white edges I missed will not be white anymore. There. And I think these are ready now to glue in. This book, like so many, has a beautiful picture on both sides of the page, and you have to make a decision which one you want to use. But that's the way it is on so many. Even our collaging books do that now. It's to give you a choice of more than one picture, but many times both of the pictures are beautiful and you don't want to make that choice. Okay. Let's get our eagle out of here for a minute and close this page where it's overlapping. It doesn't want to stick, so let's put some more glue on that. Now let's get our eagle in. Now, this was a fairly simple picture. In fact, I think I'm going to look and see if I can find a saying to put in here. If not, I'll let it rest until I do find one. The saying would be just perfect right here. There we go. And let me go look in my sayings. Let's see. Here is my Tim Holtz ideology small talk. And there's a few here that appeal to me. Life was meant for a great adventure. Travel the world over to find the beautiful. When nothing is sure, everything is possible. Believe in yourself. Today is full of possibilities. Let's start out with life was meant for a great adventure. I really don't want to fasten it down yet. And go to today is full of possibilities. No, or believe in yourself, hold tight to your dreams. Let's do those 3. Ooh, those, they really stick. Okay. Hold on tight to your dreams and believe in yourself. There we go. And that finishes this collage. Very easy, very simple. But they don't have to be complicated. You don't have to bring in 20 different images from 20 different sources. Just pick a few. They may all be from the same book, but something that makes a picture, a collage that appeals to you. It doesn't matter if it appeals to anyone else, just as long as it appeals to you. All right, I want to make one more in our small book today. And I think I'll make one about here. Now, I saw some pictures in this book that appealed to me. Oh, well, there's lots of pictures that appeal to me. But I think today I am going, you can tell I have cut out of this quite often, to use these 2 pictures. I'm going to take this cute little cowboy, he's a little boy dressed up like a sheriff, and place him in this picture. And then we'll find some cute saying to go with it. Now, I need to cut these out. I haven't pre-cutted, is that a word? So, let's cut this whole page out here. Have that. And let's cut our little cowboy out. This is so cute, isn't it? It's a shame to cut into this picture. But you know what? I have a secret. I have 2 of these books, so I have that picture yet to use. So we'll cut out the cowboy. Leave the horse. We might use him someplace. Now remember, if you're using this type of book in your collages, you can only use them for personal use, for personal enjoyment, for making your own collage books or your own art books. You dare not sell them because these are all copyrighted images and pictures. They do not belong to you in a way to use it commercially or to sell it. But you're free to use it, I think. Now, I'm not a lawyer. I understand that we're free to use these for our own enjoyment in our own books and our own pictures. But don't take my word for that either. I'm not a lawyer. But remember that. Don't try to sell them. If you make them out of books and magazines, and really, the only thing that you can probably safely use is the books that are put out for collages specifically for you to cut out pictures from. You can use art you make yourself. I sat down and drew. If I had sat down and drawn this fish, I could use it. Now I actually took this fish out of a coloring book, so it's really not mine to resell. I would need to draw it myself. I could take a picture of a fish myself and use it. I'm trying to think. But do not take someone else's work and use it commercially. Here's my little boy. Now this will just be a single page spread where the other one was a 2-page spread. Now I think I should probably either paint around this edge in here, or put a piece of paper down and cut these out. I think he will be cute there. Now I have to decide what I want to do here though, and I'm really leaning towards paint. Either of this reddish color or dark brown color. So let me go see what colors of paint I can find. I found 3 different colors here of tints of red. Now this is a bright red, and I don't really think I want a bright red. And this has a little pinkish tint to it. These paints are also old. Let's try this. Let's see what this color comes out like. Still a little pinky. I don't know. Maybe if we mix it with a little of this red, it will look right. Let's try that. Yes, I like that. So, let's mark the area that we want painted. I think from here up, from here down, and a little bit of the sides. It won't hide all the lines in the paper, but that's okay. I should have put a piece of paper. You know what? There we go. Now to let that dry a few minutes, and I will be right back with you. Okay, I think my page has dried, and I have put my brush in water. And the 2 colors of paint I mixed together were Cardinal Crimson and Dusty Mauve. And they're apple barrel colors, so they're fairly inexpensive to buy. And it made a nice deep red. I quite got painted myself. So, let's get ready to glue this down. And I think that red matches wonderfully. All right. On the back side of this picture, it was cute too. It has so many cute pictures in that book. Now, the little boy, he better be inked around the edges. What little boy hasn't wanted to dress up like a cowboy or an astronaut and dream of growing up to be one? Maybe he's dreaming of being a bullfighter too, since he's waving the red cape. So let's put him about there. He doesn't show up real great. You'll have to look at the picture to see him. But that's all right. We should study our art. Now, in my sayings book, be in love with your life, be original, or hold tight to your dreams. I think be in love with your life, hold tight to your dreams. This little boy is dreaming of being a cowboy, and someday he may own his own ranch. Be in love with your life, hold tight to your dreams. There we go. I think this has the prettiest, neatest sayings in them, and I do think I should have put a little ink on those to make them match a little better. Grunge them up. Stark white there just doesn't do it. All right. And I had a little edge there I should have trimmed and didn't. So I will darken that too. There, my second one finished for the day. In fact, I would love to do another one with those monkeys, but I'll save that for another day. We'll do those because I found the perfect saying in here. Not my monkeys, something like that. It'll be cute for me to put on there. But the only thing I don't like that doesn't feel finished about this to me is the edges around here. But, yeah, I think I'll leave it be. Maybe a neat edge up here. But let me see real quick. Let's see if any of these appeal to me. Enjoy the simple things. That would be a good one. Possibility? Just a sticker with cactus on it, which kind of fits. The cowboy theme. Good vibes. Although that has flowers in it, which doesn't fit as well. And then just a red striped little edge that would go along with the flag. Boy, I don't know. That would go good there. I think I might use that red striped edge. I think that sets it off just perfectly. Now it's complete. Now I feel like it's done. So let's review real quick. We did this single page cowboy. Hold tight to your dreams. And this beautiful western scene. Life was meant for great adventure. Hold on tight to your dreams. Believe in yourself. Seems kind of funny, but both of these have the same message. Hold on to your dreams. Don't give them up to anybody. Hold on tight. And I think while I'm here, I like the way that kind of calmed the white down. I'm going to do that here too with my message, because this is a brownish theme. See, you never quit with a picture, do you? And it's all right to change them or add to them later on. There we are. So, I hope you're having a great, fantastic day and that you have some time to craft, maybe make a collage. And if you don't have much time, make a simple collage like this. Don't make a fancy one that has to be perfect. Just enjoy yourself and have a good time. So I will say bye for now, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.